CodeRed selected.
What's good, guys? It's your boy CodeRed, and I am back with another one. So listen, man, Evo is here. Evo is finally here. It will be starting up in about another week at the taping of this video. And I can't believe it. I cannot believe how fast this tournament has came back. I feel like it was just yesterday I was there, and now we are getting ready to embark on a brand new Evo tournament. This is awesome. This is awesome. And I gotta say, if you've never been to an Evo, you got to do it at least once. I have been lucky to go to two. It's an experience I think that you all should experience. So hopefully you guys get to enjoy that. Those who haven't. But when it comes to Evo, man, one of the biggest things that we outside of just the tournaments in general, that we have just come to appreciate and enjoy is the surprises. Evo is huge with the surprises, new games, new characters, you name it. Evo is huge when it comes to surprises. And it's one of the stages where a lot of these fighting games tend to showcase, everything they have. They bring it there. You know what I'm saying? It's that place. And I don't think this year is going to be any different. I think that we're going to honestly see some interesting things. I think that we're going to be shocked this year. Some of the more obvious things that I don't think we won't get much out of, like your Grand Blues or your Under Nights, because a lot of their stuff we kind of know up front what to expect. With the characters that are coming up, like Under Nights wrapping up their season with their new character, which there's already information and gameplay for their character out now. Same with Grand Blue, which Grand Blue will have like a playable build for their newest character. So those games we kinda know, but there's some games that we kinda like sitting here like, "What's gonna happen?" Um, so yeah, one of those games, and I'm just gonna say it, and this is a stretch. This is a stretch, but I think that when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1, obviously Mortal Kombat 1 has been in a weird state. Certain things have happened, that's this game is kinda, I don't want to say struggle, but there's been some bumps in the road, and of course, there will be no longer any additional stuff being put into the game. So no more new content or just features. Like the game is done being supported, which sucks. But I think that this also opens up room for new projects and different projects. And this is a stretch for me, but and it's a stretch, and y'all, I know I'm should be wrong, but I think and I want to feel like NetherRealm is going to present something at Evo, even if it's just a logo or uh, something that's maybe cinematic, not necessarily gameplay. I find it difficult that at this point, and you know how NetherRealm work as far as with them creating a game. A lot of times they start creating a new game once the game that they put out is out. So they start working on new projects. They don't stop. And I think with all that's going on and with how popular fighting games are right now, I just don't see NetherRealms not taking this opportunity. I don't. And I don't think that they're not going to take this opportunity considering what has occurred with MK1. Now, will this project be a new MK? I don't know. Um, Signs point to that Injustice will be the next game just because it's been a while, and in like the route that they typically go with how they put out their games, it's about time. It's about time. So I know it's a stretch, but I would not be surprised if we get something from NetherRealm. Where I mean, like I said, even if it's just like an Injustice logo, or maybe an Injustice or Injustice or DC MK crossover. I don't know, but I won't go as far as saying we will get like something that's just a full gameplay trailer or whatever. But I wouldn't be shocked if we get something out of NetherRealms. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. And it'd be a huge surprise, but I wouldn't be like just shocked. Moving forward, guys. And this game is in a weird spot, and it kind of connects with another game I'm gonna talk about later, but Fatal Fury. Fatal Fury is another game where I feel like we know like where that game is going. Like we already know, what characters are being available. And Ken has just been released as far as his trailer a couple of weeks back. So we know that the next being Joe, that's going to be the next character being released, and there will be a playable build for Fatal Fury um for Ken at Evo. So I don't know necessarily if we will be getting a trailer for Joe. I kind of, something in me says it's too soon, but the thing is, like with SNK, and I feel like they really do their best to like put stuff out there, and like they don't like to miss out. So it's one of those things where looking at it, it's like it doesn't make sense to like immediately start promoting Joe after like Ken has not. I mean, Ken is, he's not even out. You know what I mean? And his trailer just got released, but I do feel like um, it's not it's not weird for SNK to like say, oh yeah, by the way, here you go. And especially considering the state of the game right now, and how people are taking to it, it wouldn't be a bad idea, you know what I mean, to promote as much as possible. So when it comes to that, I would not expect, uh, I don't want to say that, I wouldn't, how do I put it? Uh, I wouldn't be surprised if we get something, but if we don't, it wouldn't shock me. Like it'd be like, okay, yeah. Considering the time frame, and we know Ken is fixing to be released. So, but I do think that Fatal Fury, it wouldn't hurt for them to do something. And that's why I'm saying we might get something. And it's gonna collab with who I'm fixing to talk about next, and that is Street Fighter. So Street Fighter, again, another game. Street Fighter 6 is in a weird place because we just got the reveal for Sagat. And of course, we know Sagat will be uh, playable to everyone once Evo is over with that following week. So it's a weird thing, but the only thing with Street Fighter and just Capcom in general, when it comes to fighting games, I think Evo is like its home. And I think if any game is going to make its presence felt, it's going to be Street Fighter. And I just find it hard for Street Fighter to be in this position in which they just don't show anything. Um, because of that, I'm something wants me to believe that there will be something, even if it's something as minor as a Sea Viper, not necessarily trailer, but a world tour. Because I know years back we got the world tour trailer for Aki, right? We got was like the Ninja Turtle thing or whatever that we had. So it's not weird. Um, but I don't think we'll get like a gameplay trailer of Sea Viper or nothing like that. But like to get like a world tour thing for Sea Viper, I wouldn't be surprised at that. But I'm gonna stretch it. I'm gonna stretch it. And I'm gonna say that this is the year that we get a trailer or some type of tease for some type of crossover project between Street Fighter and an SNK based fighting game, whether it's like Fatal Fury or whether it's like King of Fighters. Um, could be a whole new Capcom versus SNK. But I want to believe this, and I think that we've been getting this tease for so long. Both of these games have been crossing over with each other as far as like characters being in each game, and they've been teasing. We had the artwork some years back of them, um, Capcom side, SNK side, and I feel like right now is the time. A lot of people want to believe or wanted to believe that there was going to be another Marvel versus Capcom game coming out, and obviously, while it's still a possibility, I think with Marvel Tokan being out, don't see a world where Capcom is going to do that. It's kind of it becomes, even though the game would be different, it just kind of it's like redundant. Like it doesn't make it's the same thing in a way. Even though there's different characters, obviously Capcom would make up a separate part of the roster. I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happen. I see more of like the possibility of a Capcom versus SNK or some type of crossover between Street Fighter franchise and like Fatal Fury or King of Fighters, something like that. I am going to go on a stretch, but I think it's a possibility. I think it's a strong possibility. Because I just don't see neither one of them not reaching into that cookie jar at this point in time. And at this point in their um where they're at with their games, it's an awkward point because both games have a character that is coming out really soon. And it just so happens to be right around the time of Evo. And I think that a lot of people were expected not to get much out of them, and I think that we're going to be surprised. They could think they're going to shock us. Perfect time, perfect time. But again, that's my stretch. That's a stretch for me. Moving forward, when it comes to Tekken, I don't know. I don't know about Tekken. Because the Tekken is another game that's in a weird spot. And I think the next in line we have Armor King, which Armor King we got a short tease for like a month ago, month and a half ago, something like that. But when it comes to Tekken, I do believe that there will be something. Tekken is another one that doesn't shy away from entertaining, and Harada is all about that. And I think that we will see a reveal. I think that we will see a reveal, maybe a more in depth trailer for Armor King, maybe a glimpse into the new character. But I do think we're gonna get something from Tekken. I don't think Tekken is gonna just do us like that. um, Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear. So Guilty Gear um is entering possibly season 5. Um and I think that because what Lucy is being revealed, and I think that but this is a year from when they actually released the season, this past season, last year. Like this is the anniversary for it. So I do think that once Lucy dropped, we're either gonna get something for a brand new season of Guilty Gear. Of course, we're getting all of the new additions and the new patch that's being featured with the game or put into the game. So I think this is a perfect opportunity to go into that or like say, oh yeah, by the way, brand new season of Guilty Gear, right? I think it's a perfect thing. And I think of all the games, I think Guilty Gear is in like the best spot when it comes to reveals. Just because of the time frame. So I do think that we might see something like that. It's a high chance that we might get like a new season of Guilty Gear. But in addition to that, I like to stretch things out. Um, don't be surprised if we get shocked and a certain game makes its appearance back. I think Last Blue. Keep your eyes open for that. Keep your eyes open for that. It's a stretch, but don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Of course, we got Virtual Fighter, and I think this is a perfect time for Virtual Fighter to really start to make its presence felt. Kind of died down with a little bit of the information. They came out pretty hard and they kind of slowed down a little bit. And I think this is a good time to pick it up again, especially when you consider Virtual Fighter is going to be the new Virtual Fighter is going to be one of the newer fighter games that's going to lead the way into the future for the FGC. I think this is time for them to really state their claim, as the OG, the original, you know what I mean, 3D fighter. And this is a good place, Evo, to give a reveal. And not just any reveal. I think that it would be nice to get like a trailer, a multiple character reveal. That would be really nice. And I think that it wouldn't be too far fetched. I think we can get that. I think that we can definitely get that from Virtual Fighter, and I think it would be good, especially from the promotional side, and just putting the game out there. Evo is the perfect stage for it, and I think Virtual Fighter got to come out swinging, and just make their presence felt. And I would not expect. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get anything like that from Virtual Fighter, whether it's a character reveal or just a more in-depth trailer, where it features multiple characters and like real like gameplay. Don't be shy, guys. But hey, Evo, that's what my some of the surprises or some of the things that I wouldn't be too surprised to see. Again, this is my opinion, and if I'm wrong, forget this video ever even existed. I'm just gonna delete it and act like I never made it. All right, right? You just delete stuff off the internet and it's gone. Correct? That's how it works. But anyways, that's just my thoughts and my hopes. What do you guys think? about that, and any games that I didn't mention that you think could surprise us, whether it be characters or games or projects that you think could show up. Get in that comment section. Let me know. And are y'all going to Evo? Let me know. Is this your first Evo, or have you been there multiple times? Let me know what you guys are gonna do. All right. As always, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. CodeRed, and I am out of here.
Code Red. Selected.